Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wicked Funny Podcast. I am your host, Brian Bowden. With me, as always, Frank Gazzero
Hello.
and Katie Arroyo.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
So
A
good.
A-okay. I'm
Good,
A-okay.
good. Excellent. Glad you guys are okay. I am not okay.
Okay.
I'll get into why I'm not okay. But first, I want to give a shout out to the air fryer that I got. We talked about it
Yeah.
last Patreon. I have made a couple things. I haven't ventured too far off the crazy trail, but I made steaks in the air fryer, and I made cheesy broccoli cheddar tots. And wow, this thing's amazing, you guys! I can't believe you didn't tell me about this sooner.
How
I
did you
know.
make
Wow.
steaks in there?
I had these.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
like
these.
the only meat I wouldn't make in there. I
Yeah,
think.
I don't think I'd do anything that I wanted to really carefully control the temperature of.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, that was one of the better steaks I've had, and I make steak a lot.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, Daddy eats about 3, 4, 5 steaks a week. A lot of
Wow.
Well,
steak.
that's a lot of daddy
steak.
steak.
I
Yeah.
like to switch off between New York strip and ribeye, and that's
Okay. I like a
that's what I do.
ribeye.
Although
Yeah.
one time I tried to get fancy with the ribeye and I wrapped it in bacon because I did that with.
Oh, yeah. I don't think
I
that's
did
like the
that with
meat
the.
for that.
I did that with the New York strip, and it was good because New York strip doesn't have a lot of fat on it. But when you
Yeah.
put bacon around a steak that's predominantly fat,
That
it
gets intense.
was some intense greasy shit is what I ate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
I
didn't do
feel
that
like
in the air
with the
fryer.
ribeye, you want to sear that shit.
Yeah,
You pretty
yeah,
much always want a nice seared crustiness on it.
yeah. And
You
then
can throw
today I was
bacon on
at
it
this.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, after well, I wanted to see if I could infuse the steak with bacon.
Mm.
Because I seen that on the Travel Channel. People
You could
do
cook
that.
it in bacon fat next time in the pan instead
Well,
of using
I
butter or
don't
oil.
have a readily available vat of fat that I can just refer to, Frank. If I have bacon
You
fat,
don't
it's because I'm probably eating bacon.
you don't save the fat afterwards?
I do not save the fat.
You should
Katie, do you
start
save
saving
the
the fat.
fat?
I go through phases where I save it versus not saving it.
This is a real thing, though, Katie. I thought, Frank,
You
this
didn't
is a
know?
Frank.
No, of course. If Frank is gonna know a real food thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
it's one
that
of the
was a
few things I
real.
do know.
I
Yeah.
did not know that was a real food thing. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
that was a Frank needs fat thing. Frank
No.
needs bacon fat for
No,
shit.
everybody uses it.
Yeah, it's great.
Unbelievable. Not,
There's
And if
I'm
you
not
save
everybody.
it, you can
I'm
like
not
you
everybody.
can cook it's great to just cook stuff in. Like it
Yeah.
immediately gives it a better flavor.
Like instead of using olive oil or like butter or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to keep that in mind. Next time I make
Yeah.
bacon,
Yeah.
I'm going to drip that fat into some. What do I put it in? What do you store it in? What do you
A
store
glass
bacon?
jar.
Yeah, let it
Really?
cool off. I mean, don't
Yeah.
when it's like
So what
boiling
do I
hot,
put the
don't throw
weed
it
in,
into
Katie?
it.
What
How
does
are
the
you-
weed go in?
Wait, how are
Or if I'm
you-
using glass jars for bacon fat, where do
You'll be
the
fine if you
marijuana go?
sacrifice
What I do-
one
yeah.
glass jar.
All right.
If you let it cool to like room temperature before you put it in a container, you can put it in a deli container or something.
You could do that too, but
You know.
I like the glass jar honestly, because then you just like there's no fucking around. You just like pour it in there and call
Yeah,
it a
it's-
day.
I
It's nice, yeah.
like the glass jar idea, and I've been
Yeah.
using.
Yeah.
You know what I've been using glass jars for is I put strawberries in it
Okay.
and blueberries, and it keeps the air out, and it makes it fresher longer. I saw
Okay.
that on Pinterest.
Wow. You've been
Okay.
busy.
Yep, saw it on
You've
Pinterest.
been
I
really
have been
busy elevating your life.
Yeah.
I've been elevating my life the best that I can under the current conditions that I'm suffering. Yes.
You know what?
Okay.
Real quick about the bacon. If you're a big bacon guy, right?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a bacon guy?
No, Frank. I like bacon.
Like you
I
don't
wouldn't-
eat it every day or whatever. Like
No, I
Josh
don't
eats
eat it.
bacon every day.
Can I
pretty much.
I do because I go to Dunkin' Donuts and they have the snacking bacon.
All right, that doesn't count.
We mean
Okay.
like real bacon.
All right,
Yeah,
so
see, no, I don't have the wherewithal to make bacon.
the
every day. I
best
can't
bacon
do it.
in the world, right? I heard about this from the show Mind of a Chef, and
Okay.
David Chang is very famous, has a ton of shows. Said that he orders it for his restaurants, and I saw it somewhere else too. And I read about it, and I was like, I'm ordering this fucking bacon. And so my uncle ordered it first and got me some, and then I started ordering it. There's a place in somewhere down south called Benton's Bacon.
Hmm.
That is
Okay.
the best bacon you'll ever have in your whole life.
Wow.
Okay.
It's the smokiest smoky bacon ever.
Ooh.
Do
It
you
will
think?
fill your house with
Is it
smoky
thick
bacon
cut?
smell. You can get it however they do it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
thick.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was gonna say, will they just send me the fat? Will they just?
no, but you can order like
You
end
want that
cuts and shit
bacon.
probably. But yeah, like when I make it, it's such like a delicacy for me. I make like 2 slices at a time and I save every drop of the fat. It's
Wow.
Wow.
like it's amazing.
All
Hmm.
right.
Yep.
Maybe I'll get that for Josh, you know?
Yeah, they also do like big hams and shit, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, get bacon from Benton's Bacon.
Okay.
Benton's bacon.
Yeah.
Benton's bacon.
Next
Josh a
time I do an
ham.
order, I'll get you a pack. It's weird. It's so smoky and like cured that when they ship it, it's not like packed in ice. It just shows up at your house in the package.
Wow.
It's still
I
like
don't
sealed,
trust
but
that. I
it's
don't trust that
it's
at all.
perfect. It's perfect, I
Yeah.
promise.
It's perfect for you. Certain things. This is one of those things. You know, Katie can't eat meat that's on the bone. I can't
No,
eat
I
bacon that
can
just
eat meat.
shows up
No,
at my
I
house.
can't eat chicken that's in a cube.
All right, Katie can't eat chicken
Wait.
that's in a cube. Sorry.
Like
She
if
can't
you
eat.
take a chicken breast, I'm not. So I like beef, and I can pretty much eat that, and I'm okay. But for some reason, when I eat chicken, I do go back to being like the feelings I had when I was a vegetarian, where I would be like, oh, I don't like this, and
What's the difference, do you think?
I don't know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because I
I
would
just
think a cow
don't.
would make me feel more guilty than a
Right?
chicken.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I feel guiltier about the cow, but the actual meat of chicken just like grosses me out sometimes.
Oh, I could see that
I
because
get
raw
I get
chicken's super
skeevy with
gross.
chicken.
Yeah.
I
Like,
get
Yeah.
well,
skeevy
give
with
me chill.
chicken.
And when it's cooked and it's cut into cubes, it fucking really bothers me. Like I just can
Like you can't have a chicken broccoli alfredo at a restaurante. Oh my
No.
god, you're
Like
gagging, Katie.
I would get it. So I'll get it. Like before I lived with Josh, I just didn't eat that much meat anyway.
Uh-huh.
It like cooking on my own, I just wouldn't bother with like the chicken. But he'd be like, "Well, I need protein, so I'll have a chicken, like pieces of chicken," and I'll put it in and like not eat it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
I'll eat
wow.
around it
Wow.
because I just it doesn't add anything to me, and it's just like whoa. So like if we were sharing like I would rather just have broccoli alfredo without chicken.
Do you do okay with
Wow.
like a roasted chicken?
Yeah, roasted chicken's fine. Isn't that weird? And that's like the
And
Like
that's
when
whole
it's
and
cut
it's
up and
good for
stuff, it
Josh
weirds you
because
out.
Josh gets
Yeah.
double chicken. That's good.
Yeah.
And
I
Josh
think it's
gets the
because
double chicken.
when
Did
it's
you have like
cut.
a raw chicken experience or something?
Well, I had it.
I did when
Okay.
Kaylee made me that chicken parm.
Oh yeah, and you thought
That's
Yeah,
it was
we talked.
fucking
cheese.
That was
vile.
on the
That's
Patreon
really
too.
gross.
Yeah,
That
that
means
was
you're
gross.
just
I thought it was cheese.
yeah. The
That's really
chicken was
fucking
so
gross.
raw. Brian was just eating like this warm, chewy substance and didn't realize it was straight
Yeah,
up
which
raw chicken.
also
I thought it was
gross.
stuffed with cheese. Yeah, it's
God,
fucking
that makes me
disgusting.
want to puke right now.
So I can't remember if I told you guys this, but the reason I really went for it with becoming a vegetarian was I was eating a McDonald's chicken nugget.
Uh-huh.
And I bit into the nugget and I had
Oh.
half of it and I pulled
It's beak.
it away.
It was a beak.
And no,
was
there
a
was
foot.
like whatever was in my mouth, and then it was like connected, and then
Oh,
another
the stringy
hunk,
thing, the stringy.
So it's like a tendon or something, probably.
and it was like a whole tendon, and it just the shell of the
Ugh.
nugget pulled away, and then this tendon like hit me in the face, and I was like, I already was grossed out about it.
Licked by a chicken
It was too much, and I was like right now I'm like, well, you know what? I
Katie
don't
got
need
tendon.
that.
I have a thing with textures, like feelings, certain feelings.
Yeah.
And the thought of pulling something like that
Oh
like,
yeah.
through your lips is like makes me kind of nauseated a little
It
bit.
was so
gave y'all
fucking gross.
a case of tendonitis. That's what it
Yeah.
just did. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh my
Gross.
goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Anyway.
that. I would like to talk about an experience that I'm going through right now that is just unbelievable. And I wanted to share the story as to why Tasca Ford in Cranston is a bunch of lying pieces of shit.
Oh, we're just going for it, huh?
We're just going for it.
Do you have
Couple
like the
weeks-
names of people you talk to and like
I
their
do.
positions?
All right. Are we gonna link
those to the Patreon members so they can maybe inquire?
they,
on
you know
your
what?
behalf?
Everybody can have that for free.
Oh wow. Wow.
So I'd say mid-December, my check engine light comes on. I try to get a hold of the dealership because I still have that warranty, right? When people call me about my car's extended warranty, I tell them I don't have to extend it. It's extended. I'm good, right?
Okay.
So I try to get a hold of the dealership, can't get a hold of them. Right, next morning I call up, can't get a hold of them, nobody picks up. So I got to figure out what's wrong with the light. I bring it to two guys automotive, two
Two
guys
guys?
automotive,
Two
two guys.
guys.
I don't know why I said it like that.
You know
I
what's
brought it to.
it is a thing you do though. I'm sorry to interrupt. But depending on what you're talking about and your mood, you shift in and out of various accents.
I
Your
know,
Rhode
and
Island accent gets going sometimes.
I have a theory about that we could talk about after this.
All right.
Okay.
Something I actually wrote down because I thought about it. But
About your accent?
about my yes.
'Cause I can
So-
name at least like 3, I think. 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Is this like what you do? Like, what do you, instead of like healthy journaling, you write notes about your accent?
No. It was just I had a thing that happened in my head and I wrote it down.
But was it about your accent? Like you were just like, oh.
No, all right, I'll just
Brian.
tell you now. I had this feeling, I can hear it every once in a while. It's like I subconsciously go in and out of Auntie Margaret.
Oh.
You know,
Yes,
the character Auntie
that's
Margaret.
one of them, yeah.
So for new listeners, there's a whole character, Auntie Margaret, and you know, she talks like this. This is Auntie Margaret, and she loves to suck cock. And every once in a while, I dip into that. Like
Yeah,
right there.
You do
Yeah.
it when you're talking about things that could be called gay.
Task
Like,
is
what do
not
you
gay. They're
mean?
lying. They're liars.
No, but like he'll do it. You do it sometimes in a situation where that was a weird way to put it, but like basically where someone could be like jokingly be like, "Oh, look at Brian, a little homemaker," or like, "Oh,
Oh,
Brian's
like
in
if
his
he's
feelings,"
feminine.
or like
Oh, okay.
whatever, you know.
I see what you're saying.
Like, because you're like, I'm going through a time, you know.
Feminine
Oh.
is
You
what that
suddenly-
is.
You suddenly
That's
became
feminine.
like an old Jewish woman, you know.
It's feminine, not gay, Frank.
No, I know, but like you'll do it if you talk
You
about,
know, you kind of turn into a faggot.
no, I mean,
Oh
no,
boy.
I mean like in
Jesus,
terms
Frank.
of no, I'm not. I don't mean literally gay right now.
That's
like,
infinitely more insensitive than anything
Yeah.
I've ever said on the podcast.
Which
No.
what a feat. What a feat.
What I
Yeah,
mean
that's
is,
a
like,
lot. That's hard to do.
It's shit that when you were in middle school,
A kid would
you
say that. Yeah.
You might be like, "Oh, what are you gay? Like you're making
All
yourself
right.
dinner? That's
Yeah.
a mom's job."
All
You know what I
right.
mean? It's so
Yeah.
it's like it's
know
when
what
you
you mean.
talk about those types of things. I made myself dinner, and like I can't do accents, but you'll do it then. You know?
Yes.
Do it again.
Yes.
Say something else I would say,
I
Frank.
really
Say, I
can't.
brought my cottage.
I made
I can hear
myself
the cadence in my head, but I
dinner.
can't really speak that way.
All
I
right.
feel the same way.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it sounds.
But you get it's whenever you could be saying the things that a mom would say.
Yes, that's a better way to
That's-
put it.
All right.
That's
I
what
have an idea. Why
Well, if
don't
it's something
as I
you're
go
like,
through
I
my little
did.
spiel, here, why don't you guys keep track of how many times I did it and we can see how similar the number is at the end.
I
I'm
Keep
looking
it as
mean-
forward to
dashes.
you switching into your like angry
Yeah.
rapper accent.
That'll
yeah,
happen.
that
like
happens.
DMX or one of the Wu-Tang Clan.
That might
When
happen
Daddy
depending on what
starts
happens.
complaining.
Yeah. All right.
I want the listeners to know that even though Frank and I have come up with like multiple interesting things to talk about for the last 15 minutes or so, Brian only wants this episode to be about his complaint.
That
about
is
the
not.
car
Wait a
company.
minute. Fuck off with that. Fuck all the way off with that. Because I sent you guys a fucking email as to what I wanted to talk about tonight, and now you're like, "Oh, we had all these things." What are all these things?
I'm talking about
Frank's
right
fucking
now.
bacon fat collection.
Yeah.
All right, listeners. Here's a fucking poll.
Hey,
Here,
hey,
what
hey,
would you rather listen to?
People
Frank's
are really
fucking
excited
bacon.
about my deli
No,
container.
you're over talking. Over talking. Would you want to hear about Frank's fucking bacon fat collection or me going off at Tasca, Ford, and Cranston? Let us know what you'd rather hear. Right?
Wow.
Actually,
It's not a
we don't have to
mutually
take a
exclusive
poll. In their head, they're saying we want to hear this fucking.
I'm looking forward to the screenshot from your one friend who says, "I wouldn't mind hearing about."
It's
the
not
car."
one. It's everybody. Everybody
Like,
wants to
my
hear
best friend
this.
Bill, who I grew up with, I've known him
Yeah.
for 30 years. He texted me and he told me that blah, blah, blah.
He likes that story.
Exactly. You got to give the people what they want.
How about this? Everybody listening, listen to Brian's story and then order Benton's bacon.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, see
send
which
us a
one
message.
satisfies
See
you
which
more.
one is better. Yeah, which one
Okay.
you'd rather have again.
Okay. They can have this anytime.
Because honestly, I've had this car story 4 times already.
Because it's fucking insanity when I'm going. It's fucking crazy. I've never been through anything like this in my life. The amount of
We can
stupidity and
tell.
insanity.
You've emailed us about it. You told me about it on the phone on Sunday. You
Told
tried
me
to tell
about
me
it
about it on the
today.
phone
It's
again
fucking
today.
bonkers.
Yesterday you
So,
mentioned it and then said, no, I'm going to talk about it on the podcast.
and here we are. So, bring my guy to two guys, right? Because they're the best. I walk in, he asks me how my
Just
mom
what's
is.
going on? Your car's
You're
broken,
going to
and
have
then
to
what?
step back with the two guys.
This
thing.
is
I don't know
exactly
that
what I wanted to avoid. Just let me fucking talk.
Oh, okay.
My check engine light came on. Couldn't get a hold of the
Okay.
dealership to schedule an appointment. Brought it to my fucking mechanic, right?
Uh-huh.
My mechanic goes, look, he goes, I ran it. You need a purge solenoid. He goes, it's a little valve in your gas tank. He goes, you can drive this thing as long and as far as you want. He goes, this part might be covered under your warranty. Get a hold of the dealership. I
Okay.
try to get a hold of the dealership, and if I could get through to them, I'm ping-ponging to different departments just asking if this part would be covered under the warranty. And nobody could give me a fucking answer. Like nobody. I've called 6, 7 times. I've left messages for people, never
Have
got
you
calls
tried
back.
calling whatever company makes your car?
Ford? Do you want me to
Yeah.
call Ford? No. I
Because
didn't
they
try
don't
to
have a
call.
stake in the game. Because the thing is, your dealership wants to make money. So they don't want you to bring something in that's covered under the warranty because
Well,
they can only bill out so many hours for that job. So like if it takes them longer than that, then they don't get paid as much.
yes. But there's a kicker to all this at the end.
Okay.
So
There's a kicker.
I finally get through, and they go, yeah, you're going to make an appointment so we can run a diagnostic. I said, I know the part that I need. It's already been done. They go, we have to run our own. Fine.
Mhm.
I get that. I make an appointment. It's like 2 weeks after,
Just to get the diagnostic
just to
done?
get the diagnostic done. So I wait 2 weeks. In between that 2 weeks, I'm still calling the dealership to say, hey, hypothetically, if this is the part, is it covered? Because if they say no, guess what? I'm not going to fucking go there.
Yeah.
And if they say no, guess what? They don't need me, and they can go fucking make money if it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Anyway, can't get through. I get an email, right? I finally get an email back from Elaine. And she goes, hey, Brian, notice you got an appointment coming up. Any questions? Right? And I reply back. I said, matter of fact, I do got a question, Elaine. If I go
Okay.
over my miles in between making an appointment to bring my car in and bringing the car in, is my part still covered under warranty?
Oh, because you're on the edge. Is that what's
Because
happening?
I'm on the edge. So I
Okay.
need to know this. So,
Mm.
right? It's a valid question.
Yeah.
And I believe it's fairly simple. You have my information. You have my warranty information. Tasca has all that stuff.
Okay.
I get an email back from Eileen right away. She goes, is this your best contact information? I said, yes, it is.
Okay.
I don't hear fucking shit for 2 days. 2 days go by, nothing. Elaine,
How close are
fucking-
you to going over your miles?
At this point, I am 2,000 miles over the mile.
Oh, so you were over it anyway.
No. I was right on the cusp when I called them to make the appointment. When I made the appointment, I was on the cusp.
And then you drove 2,000 miles?
I had to go to Saratoga a couple times. I had to go fucking, Daddy's driving.
like-
Daddy puts
Basically, like,
miles.
drove to, I don't know,
I
Colorado.
drive
back.
a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like you were. That seems crazy to
I put a
drive
lot
that
of
much
Seem like how many? Wait,
in a week.
how far
No.
is it to Saratoga?
Uh,
There's no
like-
way
I
you
mean-
go 2,000 miles. A
Yeah,
week,
you were
even on your
already
busiest
over
week.
because that's just not possible.
no, I
You
was at
have to have
no,
taken
I
a
was at
week-long-
36,000 when I brought it to two guys. Because the guy
Uh-huh.
goes, you're at 36,000. He goes, that's where the warranty is. It's at 36,000, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I was right on the
You
cusp.
had to drive for 27 hours in that week.
I did. If I go to Saratoga 3 times, I can tell you exactly how many
Saratoga
fucking miles.
is only 3.5 hours.
Yeah, but how many miles is that? It's what, 180? About 180. It's 3.5 hours.
210 miles.
So if I go there 3 times, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 1,000 miles right there in 3 days.
It's a lot.
So
So you drove to Saratoga 3 times in a week?
yes, yeah,
Why?
no, in a couple weeks, span. I did the club, I did a private show, and I did a college.
Okay.
Yes. So anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Regardless,
So you're
trying to get a
over
hold of
so
them.
now you're over the
So now I'm
warranty
already
miles
over the miles.
anyway.
Now I'm already over the miles. Um, so Eileen sends me 2 days of not hearing anything about my question. Eileen sends me another email, and I don't want to misquote what Eileen said. She goes, "Hello, Brian. Just want to follow up and make sure you still don't have any questions for us."
Shut
What?
up!
That's what the fuck she said. So yeah, right. It gets right. The plot thickens, Katie. Now your fucking ears perked up.
Well, because
I
it
I
go,
took
wonder
a
if it's
while to
not a
get
real
there. But
person and it's like an automated thing.
I think it is. I go, I literally asked you a question in my first response that didn't get answered. It's the same question I've been calling Task about and not getting a response to.
what did she say?
I didn't get a reply back. Right?
Yeah, I bet it's like an automated thing, and they're expecting somebody to check it.
Yeah,
and
because
Yeah.
I
nobody's
will
checked it.
say, when I bought my car, the dealer like texted me and was like, "Hey, we hope you love your car or whatever," and I was like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thank you." Or we
Oh,
here's where the test drive will be or whatever. Hope you love your car. And
oh,
then
I
2 days
know who
later,
Eileen is.
but 2 days later, someone texted me to the same number from the same number and said, "Hey, are you still interested in buying a car?" And I wrote back, "Hey, bud, scroll up. I bought one 2 days ago."
Yeah, that's Eileen. Same fucking guy. Person.
Yeah.
Them.
I
They.
mean, I think the
Her.
problem is you're over the
It.
warranty, so I feel like you're kinda at their mercy.
But however, when it came on and I made the appointment, what I'm saying is I wasn't under the miles. So what
Yeah,
happens in the span of that time? If I could have gotten a hold of them the day that the fucking light came on and brought it in, guess what? I'm under the miles. Everything's fucking gravy, baby.
yeah,
Uh so anyway, I get a fucking call from a lady and I wish I remembered her name because she was
okay,
the worst.
yeah.
Um she goes, "Do you have any questions for us?" I go, "Yes." "What happens if I go over the mile?" She goes, "If that happens, there's just a paper we fill out. Don't you worry about it." I go,
I don't
"Good." I go,
know.
"We're going to need to fill out that paper because I went over those miles." She goes, "Don't worry." She goes, "Do you know what's wrong with the car?" And I go, "Yeah, it needs a purge solenoid. Is that covered by my warranty if I need it?" She goes, "Well, we have to run a diagnostic." I go, "I already ran a diagnostic." She goes,
I ran the diagnostic
Yeah,
I go,
I
I
ran
already,
it.
I go, I already
I
had the,
know what's wrong with this
I did it. I
car.
looked at it myself and I said, I need a purge solenoid. So
Mhm.
she gets offended. She goes, you already ran, you already got it diagnosed. I go, yeah. She goes, well, when did you do that? I go, I did it 2 days after I couldn't fucking get a hold of you people. I had to
Yeah.
fucking get it checked out. So anyway, uh, she goes, well, we just need to make an appointment. I go, I already have an appointment. I go, you don't have that I have an appointment? She goes, well, if you already have an appointment, I'm sure it's all set up. I
Oh
go,
my
what the?
god!
I go, I
Whoa.
go, I go, what do you mean? She goes, I don't have that information. I go, what information do you have? I go, is there anything that you can tell me that I don't know now? Right? Other than you don't know. All right. And she goes, no, really. I was just calling to check in, make sure you're all set with your question. I go, I'm not. Right. And she goes, well, she goes, this is all I can tell you right now. We have to order the part if that's the part you need. I go, you know what I drive. You know everything. Everything's right in front of you. Why can't you
So,
just
do
answer
you
the
is the
question?
car in the dealership at this point?
Okay, I have an appointment on Monday. I had it
But
well
when you're
yesterday.
having all these phone calls, do they have your car?
No.
So
I'm
that's why they're
still
not answering you because they don't wanna say yes in case it's that and something else
yes,
or
which makes this place a piece of shit. That's why they're a piece of shit.
well, it makes them like a car dealership, which they
Yeah,
are
a
pieces
piece of
of shit.
shit car dealership. So, so I bring my car into the appointment, right? Bring it in at 5:30 at night. I have a night appointment. They look at it at night and then they tell you what you need during the day. Bring it in at night. Lady goes, are you dropping off or picking up? I said, I go, I'm dropping off. And she goes, okay. She goes, last name. I give her my last name. She goes, oh, yep, 5:30 for tonight. She goes, I just want to let you know, it's going to be 5 days before we can look at it.
Mm-mm.
I go, this thing's going to be here for 5 days while you fix it. She goes, oh, no, not fix it. Look at it. She goes, we're not going to be able to look at it for 5 to 10 days. She goes, actually, she's like, with all the COVID stuff, it's 10 days. So realistically, we're not gonna be able to look at this for 2 weeks. I
Mhm.
go, why? Why didn't you tell me? Keep in mind, automatic Jones fucking sent me a message on Sunday, right? Hey, just want to remind you of your appointment on fucking Monday. Then on
Mhm.
Monday, I called up to confirm the appointment because the other dope that called me before didn't know if I had one. So I wanted to make sure I had the appointment. So that way, when I go there, the shit that I'm about to tell you doesn't fucking happen. They go, yep, you have an appointment. I got through to a person. The person tells me I had the appointment. I show up at night. Now I'm not. It's not going to be seen for 5 days. That's not an appointment. You know what I'm saying? That's not an
Yeah.
appointment. And why the fuck wouldn't they tell me that when I called up to confirm? Why? Why? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. That pissed me off.
Well, it
Yeah.
was an
So
appointment for you to drop off your car.
Yeah, so
what?
they still want you to drop it
It was
off.
an appointment to drop off your car.
No, it was an appointment to get the car
Can
diagnosed
I ask
and
something?
fixed.
How
Go
much
ahead.
did the other guy say this would cost to fix?
That is irrelevant. And but I will tell you,
Was
it's a
it like
reason.
$100?
No. It's more than 100. It's like
Okay.
it's
I
right
would
on
say
that.
if it's
You know what
under
it is?
$500, I would just go to the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
like
this
it's
point.
right on that fucking bubble. It's right on the bubble where it's like, fuck these. Like, yeah, it's right
But
on
that's
that
why they
fucking
tell
bubble.
you, like, if you go on Reddit and read about whether warranties are worth it or not, very few of them are.
Hmm.
Like extended warranties and that
No,
kind of
you're.
stuff.
I mean, sure, you're right. But here I am with the fucking warranty, and I'm not. It's like I get the fucking game of it all. I get the whole fucking game of it all. But the way that these people have fucking handled this situation has been a fucking I would rather have another root canal
I
than
think
deal
the
with these
game
fucking
should have
people.
been you should have brought it in for a diagnostic and not mentioned the warranty. And then when they tell you what's wrong with it, then you on your own go look up, is this covered on my warranty on Google? And a lot of Redditors will go crazy and they'll tell you like what is and not covered. And then you just say, hey, this shows that it's covered.
Well, Katie, of course when I brought it, I'm gonna ask the question. So I asked Colleen, hey Colleen, if this is under the warranty,
No,
No,
but they
if
already
no,
this
have you.
she's
part
she's saying don't let them know you're thinking about the warranty.
Yeah, they already have you flagged as I want free stuff guy.
mm.
That's why they took so long to answer you. That's why your car is going to take
Well,
forever
I
to get
had them
looked at.
flagged as piece of shit dealer people. So we all have our fucking labels that we have
Yeah,
to live
because
with.
I'll tell you this. I had an Audi for a while, and there's a dealership where I live, and it's like the only Audi dealership. And so I brought my car there, um, because I had like oil changes from them or whatever. And they were like, "Hey, while we were doing your routine maintenance, we noticed that your timing belt could
Oh
be
yeah.
changed." And I
Oh
go,
yeah.
"What's wrong with it?" And they were like, "While we have it open, we'll only charge you like we won't charge you the hours that it took to open the engine because we already have it open for blah blah blah." And I go, "Well, what is wrong with my car?" And the lady was like, and she paused just enough for me to be like, she's fucking lying. So I go, "No, I'm not fixing it. It's fine."
Oh
And
yeah.
I
No, I just
oh,
want the check
wait.
engine light off.
I picked it up, and they said, "Hey, as a one-time courtesy, we changed the timing belt for you for free."
That was nice.
And no, it wasn't. I go to a car. I have a personal guy now well,
Two guys.
he used to be the guy that fixed my Audi on the side, and
The Audi
that
side piece.
he told
Side
me
eye.
that the timing belt was a recall. And so what that dealership was trying to do was charge me
Oh wow.
$800, and then they were also going to charge Audi $800.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
smart. I like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Good move on
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
But fuck Tasca. So
It's
when
fuck
I
any
asked,
dealership. That's why you have to act like you're ready to pay so much. And then when the work's done, then you go, "No, this is under warranty."
yeah. Well, she said it was covered under warranty, if that's the part that I needed.
After all that.
After all that, she goes, yeah, it is covered. But why the fuck can she look it up right away? But the thing is, this guy's lying fucking wife is on TV yelling, Oh, and every fucking business card that I got there said, "Oh, you'll be satisfied with our customer." Like their whole fucking thing is customer service satisfaction, and this has been the worst fucking customer service shit ever. I don't care. I know the game, and I don't care that I had to wait to bring my fucking car in or that they're fucking backed up. I don't care about that. But when I call in the middle of the fucking day and say, "Hey, do I have an appointment?" and the fucking idiot I'm talking to knows damn well my car isn't going to be seen for 5 days, fucking tell me. So I don't bring my kid out in 17-degree fucking weather to drop a fucking car off, and I could just stay home. Or I could have fucking worked last night and
So are
made
you
fucking
getting it
money.
fixed now? Like, do they have it?
No, because I had to reschedule for another fucking 2 weeks when they would, quote, definitely be able to look at it. So I went back
instead of you
today.
holding the car.
Yeah, so I go back today and I say, "Hey, lady, listen, I understand that under my warranty, I get a rental car." And she
I
says,
don't know,
"Yes,
Frank,
you
if you
do."
can speak yet.
And I said, "Yes, Frank, you have a
You've
question?"
switched into your Andrew Dice Clay
Thanks.
accent.
So I told her, I said, "Seeing
Uh,
how I get a rental car, why don't I keep yesterday's appointment? Seeing how
yeah.
you couldn't see it yesterday, and you give me a rental car." And she goes, "Well, we have to run a whatever form to get you a rental." And I go, "All right, so why don't we do that?" She goes, "Because they have to diagnose the car." I go, "So they have to diagnose the car, and then you decide if I get a rental." And she goes, "Yeah." I go, "So what I can do is drop the car off, and then in 2 weeks, when you guys are able to look at it, then I'll get a fucking rental car." And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "This is the
Wow.
most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking been a part of." So anybody in Rhode Island, if you're thinking about getting a car, don't go to fucking Tasca and Cranston. They're a bunch of piranhas and idiots that don't know how to use a
Okay.
calendar, keep their fucking appointments. And like I said, a root canal is better because at least the root canal is done in a day. So,
Yeah.
you guys got any questions?
No, I think we got it covered.
I kind of
Yeah.
hope that if you bring when you bring it back in a couple of weeks, they say you need to drop it off so a week later they can look at it.
I'll die.
I will fucking
Because
everybody
my first
everybody
thought-
will die if that happens.
Well, my first thought would have been this. I would have thought, okay, you made me an appointment, which
Yeah.
means that is the time you're supposed to look at my car. There's
Exactly.
obviously extenuating circumstances, so when I show up for my appointment, you're telling me it's going to be a week and I have to leave my car here. Why the fuck should I think that won't happen again in 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. It's
You know?
fucking it's absolutely ridiculous. And that's the thing. Like it's not what's going on, it's the way that they fucking go about it. Not getting shit back, not keeping an appointment. I'm sending them an invoice for missed work, for loss of work on the day that the appointment that they couldn't hold their appointment. I made an appointment to go to this place at this day so they could
Well,
do
they're gonna
a
say
thing.
they held it and then you didn't drop off your car.
No, they didn't hold it. They didn't hold the appointment. If you make a fucking dinner reservation, do they tell you to come back for breakfast? No, you fucking eat dinner when you say you're gonna be there.
This
And they
is a
say, "All right."
Seinfeld episode.
It
That's
really
exact
fucking
thing.
is. It
Yeah.
really fuck.
it
That's what I
literally
felt
is.
like.
It
I know.
literally
I was
is.
at the fucking counter talking to Colleen about it. I said, "This is
Wow.
ridiculous," and I feel bad for
You're like,
Colleen
anyone
because she's
can just
getting
take them.
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like
why?
keeping the reservation. that
Why
matters.
make
Yeah.
That's exactly what
So
happened.
aggressive.
Oh, we kept her. That's keeping your reservation. I swear, I'm sending them an invoice for miles and fucking loss of work.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Get the $6 insurance when you get that rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I want. So that was that. But that's why people flip the fuck out in stores and shit. Because it's
Mhm.
shit like that. Like I was had a moment. There will be a moment on the 17th. If they tell me it's not going to get looked at on the 17th, I am going to lose my shit.
You
I
know
ca-
they're gonna
yeah.
say that, right?
I know. I'm prepared for it. I'm
I
prepared
kind of
for
want
it.
to email them and be like, "Hey, this guy's crazy.
If you
His
could
car
like
is
not
fine.
have it ready, that'd be
Yeah, just
awesome.
give him trouble."
Please
for our
don't do that to me,
podcast.
you guys. Don't do
It's
that.
a
And I was gonna
summer
look up the
thing.
funny reviews for Tasca, but there's no funny reviews. It's just people like me at
Oh,
Tasca's will
really?
that they just don't give a shit about. Like every review is like they don't call you back. They're fucking they're not on time. You gotta
Oh,
fucking oh god. Every fucking review is just their
bad.
customer service is shit. Yeah, just
Hmm,
shitty customer service.
interesting.
Hmm. But they pride themselves on it, so that's good.
Yeah.
You know. But speaking of flipping out, Antonio Brown flipped out. Did you guys see that? I know
So
Frank
I
did some
I
googling.
looked it up after you
I
mentioned it.
I've seen
Hmm.
some memes and I like vaguely I saw a little bit of internet discourse about it. But I didn't look it up because you said you wanted to talk about it. So I was like, all right, I'll let Brian explain what it is.
All right, and seeing how I just explained my car situation so eloquently,
Yeah,
so
I cannot wait.
Antonio Brown labeled as a troublemaker, right? Labeled as a troublemaker. Every team he goes to, there's problems.
See, I didn't know that he was labeled as a
Yeah,
troublemaker.
he has that label. He's done some crazy shit in the past, which doesn't help him in this situation. So
Yeah.
I guess during the Jets game, the coach told him to go in. Coach Arians told him to go in,
Mhm.
and Antonio Brown said, "Hey man, I'm hurt. I don't want to go in right now. I'm not ready to play. I'm hurt."
Okay.
And
Is he
Bruce,
really hurt?
coach, he has been battling an injury, but he was also suspended 3 games for faking a COVID vaccination card. So this
Oh.
yeah. So
Jesus.
he's yeah. So so the
Jesus,
coach
poor
finally
guy.
just gets fed up and he goes, "Listen, if you don't want to play, you can go." At which point, Antonio Brown took off his shoulder pads, took off his shirt, threw his shirt into the crowd, and then like got the fans all riled up as he went through the end
Okay.
zone to leave the stadium. And
Do you think the
that's
fans were like, "Hell yeah, wait a minute, we need you to like finish the game."
uh I don't know. I think so. I think the Jets
You know what I
fans were
mean? It's one of
excited.
those things. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's one of those things where you're like, "Fuck yeah!" You're like in the moment. You're like, "Yeah, stick it to the man," and then you're like, "Wait, we like need you
I know,
back
but you
here."
know what's crazy? His replacement came in and won the game for them.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah,
man, that
the
sucks.
replacement came in and won the game. So, but yeah, like I saw this happen, and you know, uh,
Mhm.
you see, and the whole mental fucking breakdown came out, and I thought about it, and I
But
feel
so
like,
what is the actual situation? He was hurt? Like, does he have like a documented injury or something?
yeah, he's been battling an ankle injury all season.
Okay.
And not only that, he was going to on the pace that he was at, he was going to hit these incentive bonuses that
Mhm.
equaled over $1 million.
Okay.
So he walked out on the incentives too,
Oh.
you know? So he had like this major fucking mental breakdown. And it reminded me of when I lost my shit on you guys.
Well,
Okay.
was it a? Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
No, it reminded me of that. I mean, it's not the same. I didn't take my shirt off and throw it in the crowd and get everybody hyped up.
Yeah.
But I went in the fucking like the sheets and fucking, I poo poo pee pee the fucking Google sheet,
Okay.
that we had. I flipped out, and it was a moment. So like, and this whole thing came up, and I thought
Do
it
we
was really interesting.
do we know that this guy is actually having a mental
Yeah,
situation,
like,
or is it?
was he having a temper tantrum, or is he having, like does he have a mental
Yeah,
illness
or
that
is he doing the thing where he's like, if I act crazy, I'll get publicity, and then they'll have to
I
keep me
Yeah.
around or
I
whatever, you know?
firmly believe he has mental illness. I believe there's mental illness there.
Okay.
Because if you look at his track record, like he's done some crazy shit in the past too.
Mhm.
Like this isn't like the first Antonio Brown scene that was caused, and I think because he's elevated to a certain level, you know, his amount of crazy, like we see Antonio Brown all the time, right? We see him all the time in videos of people flipping out at Walmart, people losing their shit at the fucking Burger King drive-through, right? It's that same amount of reaction, that same amount of crazy. The same guy that takes off his pads and runs off the field is the same person that flips over a fucking slushy machine,
Yeah.
it's the same guy, it's the same person, the same level shit. But I think because Antonio Brown is so rich and famous and elevated to this level, and the fact that he's a wide receiver, which is a really flashy position in general, like it's so easy just to call him crazy and stupid and nutso when like there's some clear mental illness stuff going on.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Could be.
Also, I guess none of us really know like what the actual conversation was. And I do know from talking to people who played even just college sports is that the team will let you play so fucking injured for so long that I can see getting frustrated, being like willing to walk away from $1 million or whatever
Yeah.
because you're like, I need to be seen as more than just this body that moves.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing, of all the crazy things Antonio Brown has done, and like this is probably one of the few times I'm like, I think I'm on Antonio's side with this. I agree with this. Maybe not the way he did it, right?
Yeah.
But in the moment, I've acted fucking crazy too, so I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could if you're already the kind of person who's going to kind of fly off the handle, and you're injured, and you're thinking, I want to have a longer career, and that's going to be cut short if I keep playing on an injury.
Yeah, but it's going to be cut
know?
short if he pulls shit like this too.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
ain't
but-
fucking helping the longevity of
Yeah, but,
Antonio
like,
Brown.
I don't know, like for athletes, famous people, even like fighters, boxers, UFC fighters, you can kind of act like a crazy person or an asshole, and if you're good, you're gonna find work. Like
Yeah.
people are gonna hire you. Like, didn't even like Michael Vick? Isn't he back on a team or something?
No,
After all that stuff?
he
I
he
thought
does.
what is he's doing something?
Yeah,
No.
no, he does he's like an analyst. I
All
think.
right.
Yeah, he's like an analyst.
Well, the point is, yeah, if you're good at your job, you can kind of get away with a certain level of, shenanigans.
And I think that's the thing. But that's what happened. I think he's gotten away with so many shenanigans.
You can do shenanigans as long as you perform.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, I think because he's gotten away with it so much, like nobody's ever sat him down for this whole thing. To be like to really break down the behavior, and it got elevated to a point that you can't stop it. It's like a locomotive.
Yeah, could be.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just thought about that.
Yeah. Brian, can you do me a favor? Can you log into the Patreon? Because we have a new daddy subscriber that we haven't shouted out yet.
Michelangelo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelangelo. Shout out to Michelangelo.
Hell yeah.
And he did choose his movie, and it's going to be a good one.
Oh, we have a lot of movies.
We've
got a lot
at
of
least
movies.
2 more that we have to do in the wings.
That we
3.
get to do.
We're up to 3. We're up to 3. 3, you guys. So, do you want to say what his movie is? What people have looked forward to, or do we want to save
We
it?
can keep it as a surprise because
right.
we know Final Destination is coming up.
Final Destination is coming up. Harry and the Hendersons is coming up.
Oh, that's gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
Why? Can you talk like John Lithgow, Frank? I asked Josh the other day.
That's a sad movie. No,
Not
I
when
can't.
Daddy
Brian,
likes it.
you haven't
but
seen
I'm
it,
writing
right?
it, so it's gonna be.
You've never
I
seen
cannot wait. Hold on, I gotta write it down. I just thought about what it's gonna be about. I gotta write
Brian,
it down.
did you
you've never
write
seen it,
or did
really?
you see it?
I know what it's about. I've seen Harry
Brian.
and the Hendersons.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
I don't know that I remember seeing it. I think I saw it, but I just don't
It's a
remember.
tremendous movie. It's just a bummer,
Not this one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I love John Lithgow. He's awesome.
He is.
Brian asked Josh if he could do his accent. So today Josh was like, "Are you guys doing a movie this weekend?" I was like, "No, I don't think so." And he's like, "You sure?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay," because Brian asked me if I could do an accent. I'm like, "I think that's for like 5 weeks in the future."
Yeah, I just need it up here. I need it up here. But I guarantee you this Harry and the Hendersons is gonna be the shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And Final Destination, I don't know what it's about. I think it involves logs.
You just gotta make it up.
I know that. That's it. I know it involves
Yeah.
logs. Logs. That's the only
That's
thing
all you need to know.
It's about a small northwestern logging town.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And that is the final destination of a group of travelers.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
And speaking of movies, we have a new segment we like to introduce now, and that is What's It About? And that is, I have been on a movie kick on Netflix lately, and I watch these movies that have funny names. They look good on Netflix. I watch them, and people rarely hear of these movies, or if they have heard of them, it doesn't ring a bell. So
Okay.
what I like to do is I'm going to give Katie and Frank the name of a movie. They are going to guess what that movie is about based on the name itself. And then I am going to read my review of the movie. And then we will pair
Okay.
that up with the actual review of the movie. And that's how this goes. So this
By
week,
review, you mean summary.
yes, Frank,
Yeah, I was gonna
yes.
say. Also, just for the listeners, we did make this a Patreon episode where Brian introduced this game to us, and he was like, so it's gonna be like really crazy movies that I'm just finding on Netflix. And what was the first one? The first one like was a
Forrest
famous
Gump.
movie.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah,
It
but yeah.
was like a
What
very
are you talking
well-known
about?
movie.
To
You
be
talking-
fair, when I pitched this idea,
A-list actors like
wait a minute, wait
Yeah.
1 second. If I can, in my defense,
The Rock
when I
was in it, I think.
Yeah,
was
The Rock was in one of them.
The biggest movie star on the planet.
no,
was in
that
this
wasn't
movie.
no. Katie put The Rock in every fucking
Oh.
movie.
Well, what are you gonna
No,
do? You
but
know?
when I made the pitch, when I pitched the idea to Katie, I gave her the movie Hard to Handle as an example. I'm like, all right, Katie, what do you think it's about? And she described what she thought Hard to Handle was about. And then she thought it was like this love story.
It was the cowboy
Harder They
movie.
Fall. Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall, and I was like, he goes, it's just as obscure. And here's the crazier part. He was like, it's hard. The Harder They Fall, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then he started telling me about it, and I go, oh, I did see that movie, and everyone else also saw that movie.
Yeah,
I had
so
seen it. I literally forgot.
So yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So even
Okay,
if
so
even
go
if
on.
you guys have seen this movie, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. So the first movie is Kate. Kate.
Oh, wow.
That's the name of the movie. Kate.
I didn't see that one ever. Frank, did you?
No.
And this was a popular movie on Netflix. I saw a lot of people
Okay.
posting about Kate, and I said I got to see what Kate is all about.
So Frank, what do you think it's about?
I think it's about a day in the life of someone's pet kitty cat named Kate.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's
That's nice.
shot from the cat's perspective, and he's playing with yarn, and then he loses his favorite toy. He's got to go get his favorite toy. He sneaks out.
And
now
is
he's
this
in the
like a
crazy world of
a
stray
cartoon?
cats.
Is this like a claymation Kate movie?
No, it's all live
And he has to
action.
get his favorite toy, so it's a male cat named Kate.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Perfect.
I don't
Kate
know.
be the yarn? Can Kate
I'm
be the
sorry,
yarn?
Cats have to follow traditional gender norms, apparently, according to Katie over here.
Oh
Well,
wow!
this cat, yeah, you know what? This cat
You
can
know
do what he
what?
wants.
Katie just took over as most insensitive on the
Yeah.
podcast.
I did.
Unbelievable.
And outside,
I
and
did.
it's a dangerous world outside in the big city. There's
So the
there's
story
alley
of a
cattle,
cat. Yeah.
and they do drugs.
Wow.
Yeah, they do.
It's like
they've
the
been known for
movie
their drugs.
13, but it's just with cats.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a lot.
It's like the movie.
13.
It's like
Yeah.
the movie Cats, but without the Jellicle ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's a
All
it's a
right.
literal cat.
Okay.
Live action, literal.
Live
it's like,
act like
it's like
Homeward
Actual
Lilo
Bound.
cat.
Notice, but not.
Like Homeward Bound.
they-
Remember Homeward Bound? Everybody's
Yeah,
like,
that's what they.
that's a cute movie, but it's just an hour and a half of animal torture, you know?
Which I'm like
Yeah.
okay with the cats running around or whatever.
But
Well,
you
Is there
won't
like
eat
bear.
square
Remember the
chicken.
bear?
You won't eat square chicken.
is there
Yeah, no.
animatronics
no, it's
moving
all
the cat's
real.
mouth?
It's all
Okay.
Nope, it's real. They put peanut butter in his gums.
Oh, like a
Wow.
Mr. Ed
He
situation.
develops a drug habit. It's a whole
Okay.
thing. He's outside
All
for
right.
a long time.
All right.
I'm
No,
into it.
Yeah.
Frank, sounds interesting, but no, you're wrong. You're wrong, Frank.
No,
That is
no.
not what Kate is about. Katie, what do you
Okay.
think Kate is about?
I think it's about a woman who's about to lose it. Like my
Mhm.
favorite type of movie. It's like an indie film. And
Okay.
there's a woman who everybody pretends is, or not, everybody acts like she's like wildly overweight and she
Yup.
doesn't like fit any beauty standards, but in reality, she's like 5 pounds over supermodel weight. You know what I
Are we
mean?
talking like a She's All That situation?
Yeah, but like in the indie film
Before.
version, like
Okay. All
she's
right.
cool. She's
The
actually like
indie version
really
is she
cool.
has horn-rimmed glasses and weird bangs.
Yes, she has bangs for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like her big fight against beauty standards is like she doesn't have Botox around her eyes or something. You know
Ooh,
what I mean?
okay.
Like that kind of
Not that
situation.
she
Okay.
needs it, but she makes it a point.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
does not need it. And everyone acts like she's so
Oh,
ugly and frumpy, but she has like perfect skin
yeah,
and she's
great
like
teeth.
she's like a size 4 instead of a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And she wears sweatshirts sometimes. I'm definitely picturing like Kate is the kind of person who wears like um puffy coats, like messy puffy coats, like mauve
Okay.
colored puffy
Okay.
jackets. And she's always like a little frazzled and she works at like a bookstore and she drops things a lot.
Yes.
And
Oh, and she wears a yellow backpack.
yes. And then in this movie, she has a crush on a guy that comes into the store a lot.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah. And she becomes obsessed with him and she starts like stalking him. And
Uh-huh.
then she
He's a plastic
uh
surgeon and he fixes
she
her
ends
ugly
up
face.
kidnapping his girlfriend. And
Okay.
so he has to like figure out how to escape, or she has to figure out how to escape, and then Kate has to figure out like, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? I just kidnapped this guy's girlfriend. And then she
Yeah.
realizes once she's like interacting with him that he's like not even that cool.
All
So
right.
now she's like, oh my god, I just did all this to get this
I
guy
got
and
this
he's like not even
body,
that cool.
That's a
Does she
lot.
let All right.
Yeah.
And then
How
at
does
the
she
end,
deal with the kidnappee?
You
She's
yeah,
have
gotta.
to watch the movie
you
to
gotta
figure it
watch
out.
the
But
movie.
they
You gotta see
become
what Kate
friends.
does. You
Yeah.
gotta see
They
what Kate
become
Yeah.
does.
friends. It's a
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stockholm
severely, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Katie. Again, a great movie, but
Yeah.
that is not what it's about. I sent
Okay.
my review of the movie Kate in the
Okay.
chat section. I don't know who would be funnier to
Oh, I
read this.
do remember this.
What happened?
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
see it. This is a great
Why does this happen to
bit.
me?
Okay,
Okay.
so Frank, can you
Okay.
please read what Kate is about?
Jesus Christ. This is how he wrote it. How
Yeah.
Brian wrote it.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
movie is about some lady that got poisoned by some shit, and she got like 12 hours to live with something, and she has to keep giving herself like insulin because she's diabetic now. So she has to keep on doing drugs because she's dying. And she's trying to figure out who poisoned her, and she killed all of Japan trying to
Wow.
figure this shit out. And she tried to find out who put a hit on her because she was a hitman, and Woody Harrelson's in it. So that's a plus this. It was
Okay.
like John Wick, but with a woman. Oh yeah, and Woody Harrelson is in it.
Yeah, Woody
Wow.
Harrelson in
Okay.
Kate. So yeah, you have seen
Yeah.
this movie, Katie.
Well, no, you know what? I only saw the previews for it. I
All
have
right.
not seen it. But
So enough to say that this is a success.
yeah. So what's the actual synopsis?
The actual synopsis is it's fairly simple. Slipped a
Okay.
fatal poison on her final job, a ruthless assassin working in Tokyo has less than 24 hours to find out who ordered the hit and exact revenge.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
so
Okay.
my movie sounds cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I would watch that. I would
This
watch that.
exercise is just helping me come up with ideas for
It
stories.
is. Eventually, what I'm going to do is write the movies that you guys describe, and we're going to have our own movie month.
Movie night?
I love
Okay.
it. I love it.
We're going to have
Yeah.
our own movie
We're
month.
gonna have the Wicked Funny Film Festival.
That'd be fucking
Yeah.
great. I can
Yeah.
wear a hat. I can wear a little beret, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie can come show
We
up
can
like
sit on
Kate.
those chairs that are with just canvas, you know?
Oh,
Like
that'd be
director's
so
chairs.
That's
fucking
a good
great.
idea. Yeah.
Couple ferns on the stage. We just
We could
watch.
do live
We could have
reads.
ferns.
Oh, that would be great. I love this idea. I love
Yeah.
I
this
have a lot of
idea.
good
And
ideas. I
I
got a lot
love
of
this
good ideas.
episode, and I love you guys, and I hate
Wow.
fucking Tasca, Ford, and Cranston. They can go fuck themselves all the way
Okay.
to the
What, do you
moon
know
and
their
back.
phone number that listeners can call to ask about your appointment?
I would.
God.
That's great.
Maybe they shouldn't mention your name though.
No.
No,
Not
no.
while they have your car.
Look, just Google Tasca, Ford, Cranston, and good luck getting a hold of
Cranston, Rhode
somebody
Island.
because they are a fucking nightmare. They are a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Fuck them and fuck his lying wife on TV for lying to me, telling me I'll be
Okay.
satisfied because I'm not.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, everybody, thanks for listening. I appreciate
You
it.
guys, we have a live show January Saturday. Oh, I
Good
don't have
job,
time for
Katie.
all this, you know. We have a live show Saturday, January 22nd, 8 p.m. in West Hartford, Connecticut at the Elbow Room. You can visit wickedfunnypodcast.com for showtimes and listings for tickets. And thank you to our Patreon subs, especially Michelangelo. We're happy to have you in the family as a daddy. And you guys, we have a limited number of daddy memberships left, so you can sign up now because they are honestly going a lot faster than I thought they were going to go.
We got like 8 left. That's it. Not even.
I'm like, what? I can't believe this. But you guys, again, really, we want to see you at that live show. If you're local, if you can drive, if you are a Patreon subscriber, you can come for free. If not, tickets are only $15, and it's going to be a super fun time. We have 2 really funny comedians that are going to be on the show with us. We've been working on bits for the live show, and we are going to make it a little interactive with the audience. So we are hoping to see you guys there. Again, that is Saturday, January 22nd at 8 p.m. in West Hartford, Connecticut at the Elbow Room. And again, visit wickedfunnypodcast.com for tickets.
Boom.
Bye.